Hey y'all, it is a nasty cold rainy day here, and I went to the gym this morning. Forgot my earbuds, my ear things, so I couldn't listen to my podcast as I was working out, but it wasn't too bad. I got there and I realized I had forgotten them. Anyway, so that's how my day started, forgetting that. But had my workout, came home, tidied up the house, cleaned bathrooms, all that kind of stuff. I actually don't have any clothes to wash today because I did all that yesterday. Got all the clothes washed up, sheets changed. Had intentions of, you know, mopping my floors and all that kind of stuff, but with this weather, it is pointless to do that. So I was like, do I dare? Do I dare? And something just kept gnawing on me to go to the thrift store. So I'm going to go just to my local ones. I'm not going to go over to Biloxi today. Just to see what they have. I was going to show y'all my hair. I got it done. But, you know, with this weather, I'm not even worrying about it. But I'm going to fix it tomorrow. So y'all probably get to see it in this video. Got a fun day to playing with my mama tomorrow. So hopefully, whether it rains or not, I'm still going to fix my hair tomorrow because I got it cut. She took about, I think 4 inches off the length. And then we did my little cut that I do with the angled, it's like a angled bob, but it's like a shag. I call it a shag bob because it's like a shag, but it's an angled bob. We just do whatever. So, got that done, got it colored, and yeah, so I will show y'all. I will fix it tomorrow and show y'all. But today, since it's just nasty, what better day than this to thrift? Fingers crossed we find some goodies. The booth has been selling, it's selling so good. It's doing so well already, and we're only on the 5th day and we've almost made rent. We're like 3/4 of the way of making rent, and that I don't know if you're like me, if you have a booth or whatever. Number one, you're never going to get rich having a booth. I don't see that happening. Maybe if you're in some upscale place, and it's something you have to love to do. It's a lot of work, and you just really have to have a passion for it and love it, which I do. But my mindset is, if I can just make rent fairly soon in the month, then it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I never wanted to, and this is probably going to sound crazy because I have to buy stuff and have inventory that's not paid for yet, but I never want it to cost me money, meaning I never want to have to buy the inventory plus pay the rent. Does that make sense? So anyway, I'm excited that we've done so well for the first of the month, and I just can't wait to see how it goes for this month. You know, it's definitely ebbs and flows of months. Some months are really good, some months are, you know, you just pay the rent, basically. But I'm excited to see. So, I've got a few things that I can restock the booth with, but my inventory is very, very low. I don't have hardly anything. So, that's another thing with a booth, is you have to constantly shop and have stuff on hand, have it ready to go for when you have the space. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. So that's another reason to thrift. You just have to go and go often. I have definitely learned that, because there are days that I go and I come home with nothing, and then there are days I go and I have massive thrift hauls, and then there are days that I go and I may find one item. So it's just, you constantly gotta go, gotta shop. So if you love to thrift, you might want to think about getting a booth. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I went into it thinking it wasn't, wouldn't be too much. I mean, it's not too much, but I was thinking, oh, how much work can it be, right? It's a lot of work. So, anyway, y'all. So, on December the 30th, we took my wedding ring back to Zales. It just needed, it had a little thing that kept snagging, and I was so scared that one of the diamonds was going to fall out and this and that. So we took it to Zales on December the 30th, and it was supposed to be ready January the 16th. And I pulled out my receipt, and they have a repair tracker, and nobody called me or emailed me telling me that, first of all, when we bought the ring, we bought the coverage for it. So when I took it in, they said it's not going to cost you anything. They'll, repair it, tighten up the prongs, clean it, yada, 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 all that. And it's not going to cost you anything, because when we bought the ring, we bought whatever service that comes with it for that. Okay. So on January the 16th, we were headed to Gulfport to pick it up, because they told that's the day it was supposed to be back. And I pulled out my receipt, and they had a website, and you could track the repair. Well, my ring was not back because it was going to cost $50 for something that wasn't covered. And nobody called me or emailed me prior to the 16th stating this. So I had to confirm, yes, do it. And now here we are in February, and I keep checking the repair tracker, and it says, repair in progress, repair in progress, repair in progress. So they have like this chat thing you can go on and chat. And I was like, I went on it and chatted, and I was like, look, my ring has been there since December the 30th. It was supposed to be back on the 16th. And it just keeps telling me repair and service. And they told me that they had to replace one of the diamonds or something, and it was a special cut, and so it should be ready this week. And I'm so ready to have my ring back. I feel so naked without it, even though I don't wear it all the time. Just knowing I can't put it on, you know what I mean? So hopefully I'll get that confirmation. Hopefully they'll contact me. So I guess by the end of the week I will go in there and check and see if it's ready. So I'm ready to have my ring back. They don't make my ring anymore, actually. My particular ring is no longer, they no longer make that ring and sell it at Zales. And they told me that they had a lady came in and was wanting to buy that specific ring because she lost hers and she wanted another one just like it, and then they don't sell it anymore. I was like, oh, well, she ain't getting mine. Mine's got too much sentimental attachment to it, so ain't happening. Anyway, that's enough jabbering. That's enough chatting. Probably wearing y'all out. Y'all probably just fast forwarding all this mess. Anyway, let me get to the thrift store and I'll catch up with y'all a little bit. Okay, y'all, here we are at the American Thrift Store in Ocean Springs. This is a Monday morning, and this served as a great reminder why I don't necessarily like to thrift on Mondays in my area. The shelves are so picked over. There's hardly anything on the shelves. In my thrift stores, I'm seeing where they don't really restock on the weekends. So come Monday, you're left with just this, not much of anything. So, it is what it is. But I wanted to show y'all this picture. I thought it was so cute. I actually thought about picking it up for the booth, but then I just put it back because I was like, nah, we'll keep looking. But I just wanted to show y'all how bare the shelves were on this day. It was really slim pickings. And I still get a little nervous filming in public. And for this to be a Monday morning, it was really quite busy. As I pan out and you don't see anybody. But seriously, it was really kind of busy on this day. So I try to get what I could. And I hope y'all enjoy this little bit of footage that I got at the thrift store. And there's an item coming up I'm interested to get your opinion on. So when it comes up, I will talk to you about that and see what you think about that. Okay, this is not the item I was referring to, but I thought this was so neat. And this was carved out of real wood. I was really impressed by that, but I ultimately did put it back. But we're fixing to come up to the item that I was so excited to see, this lantern. And then I saw the price, and it was $12.99 is what they were asking for, and it was damaged. Now, am I just being stingy, or was that just a little bit too much for a damaged donated lantern? Would you have bought that for $12.99? I'm curious to know. Now, I thought this was so cute. And it looks so good on camera, y'all, but I promise you that greenery does not look that good in person. The camera is deceiving on this one now. I hope y'all are enjoying this little bit of thrifting with me. I apologize that there's not more for me to show y'all, but you know, I wanted to show you that not every day you go to the thrift stores, the shelves are going to be full. Some days they're going to look like this, but you just have to keep going. Back from the thrift store. I was going to show you the few items that I picked up. The shelves were really bare, but I did manage to find a couple things that I really liked, and two of them, well, one of them's for the booth, and then one of them will be used for the booth. So let's just get started. I picked up, y'all, look at this. I could not leave it behind. I paid 99 cents for this. This is for me. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use it to display it or something. But look at this old towel. This old patch work sampler towel. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to wash it up, and then I'm probably going to use it and like display it on something. I don't know. I love it. I couldn't leave it. It was just so pretty. And I may even like put it up for the fall, because it does have more like the fall colors. So it's a sunflower. Anyway, I loved it, and I picked it up for myself. I picked up this huge thing of fabric. It's like upholstery fabric. And I'm really thinking about recovering the chair in my bedroom to this. I don't know yet, but I'm also on a lookout for another chair to go in my booth. And I like to have stuff like this when I can find it, this much of it, for this great of a price. This was $4 for this, and this fabric it's worth it. So I picked this up. And also, I could use this fabric like to go over my shelves when I'm styling my booth for spring after I get through with the Valentines and all of that. So, it's another use for it. Okay, I don't even know why I got these other than I just love them and they were beautiful and I picked them up. Let me open them. I think I know where I'm going to put them in one of my little ironstone pictures. So, they are so pretty. These little butter spreaders, these little butter knives. But look how pretty they are. I love them. I just love them. So I picked those up for myself. And then the last item I picked up is this cast iron little car. How cute is this? It's so heavy. Even the guy that was checking me out was like, man, that's got some weight to it. So it's cast iron, I'm sure. It's not vintage or anything, but it's got that vintage flair to it. So I am going to put this in my booth. I was thinking, you know, have something, maybe they'll catch a guy's eye. I don't know. But I just thought it was so cute, and I will clean it up and put it in the booth. And if it doesn't sell, we'll bring it home and put it in this room, you know, just how it goes. But that is my thrift haul. But y'all, I just love this. I love it so much. I don't even know what it is about it that makes me love it other than it's old. It's old. So, all right, I'm gonna get in there. I'm probably gonna make me another cup of coffee. It's just cold and rainy and just damp, and I just have no motivation to do anything else. So I'm gonna get in there. I haven't eaten anything. I've kind of started back on like my fasting. I felt the best when I was doing that. So I've kind of been doing it for about 4 days now. And I just feel so much better when I fast. So, you know, I eat from, you know, my times, and it helps me to not feel so full, like food up to here. It just, I don't know, I just feel better. And so I made up my mind last week that I was going to start it, and I did. And I already tell the difference in how I feel. Like, I don't feel so just stuffed. And so yeah, I'm not doing any scientific way. I'm doing what works for me. To some, it may not even be considered fasting, but I do cut off my eating at a certain time, and then I don't eat until a certain time, but I do have a cup of coffee. I'm not being that strict, and it's working for me. And I think you just have to find what works for you, you know? You just have to get into that zone and find that place that works for you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like just figuring out what works for me. So that's that. But I definitely feel better. I don't know what got me thinking about it, but I was just like, I felt the best when I was going to the gym and I was fasted. I just felt my best. And so, and when I did our grocery order, I didn't buy a bunch of junk to have in the house. Instead, I bought more apples. I bought my little animal cookies because that will give me the little sweet. But I didn't buy a bunch of junk. And so, if you don't have it here, then you can't binge on it, right? So, anyway, that's that. So I think I'm gonna go make me another cup of coffee and eat me an apple. And I'm making stuffed bell peppers for dinner tonight. I bought the stuff for that. I've also like not only am I doing my kind of fasting, I'm also trying to be more conscious of what I'm cooking. And y'all, for whatever reason here lately, I have just started craving the whole green beans that I saute and those red potatoes. And I don't eat the red potatoes every meal, but there's just something about those vegetables, man. But I could eat a whole bag of them beans. I ain't even gonna lie. I just saute them up. It's a little bit of olive oil with some garlic salt, onion powder and garlic powder, and just saute them till they're not real soft, but they still have like a little crunch to them. And I can just eat them like chips. I can. So I made myself sick on them yesterday because I just love them. They're so good. And then James grilled us a steak. And we had the grilled steak, the green beans, and I cut up some of the red potatoes and boiled them, and then just served them with some butter and parsley flakes on it, and it was so good. It was so, and filling. And I think that's key to this whole fasting deal, is you've got to eat what you want and what will fill you up. And I did. I ate what I want, and I mostly ate more of the green beans because I felt less guilty eating those, and then my steak, which was a good source of protein, and then some of the potatoes. But don't deprive yourself. I feel like when I deprive myself and say I can't have something, then that just makes me want it more. So slowly getting back on track, and it feels good. So if you've been in the same place I am since Christmas and we just went a little cray-cray and it was hard to get back on track, I'm with you, but baby steps. And don't punish yourself if you fall off. Just, okay, start fresh. So that's my little bit of advice for y'all. Do with that what you will. I'll catch up with y'all later.